So a few weeks ago, on 1st or 2nd April, my body, I think, put an April Fool's prank on me. And I was preparing to go for work that morning, and then I sprayed my perfume, and I couldn't smell a single thing. So I thought, is my perfume spoiled? Can perfume go can perfume go bad? Right? So I went to smell Kylo's cat food, which is usually very pungent, and I got nothing, no sense of any scent at all. And at that point of time, I was still a bit amused because I was, nursing a cold and I just recovered. So I thought nothing about it, right? I had tested a couple of times for COVID and it was negative all the way. And I thought this was going to be a passing thing. It's already day 20 of me with screwed up sense of smell. And yeah, I guess I'm just detailing my experience with this on my personal YouTube channel. So when such things happen, right, as usual, Google is your best friend. And I went online to try to find out what's going on. And I realized there's this thing called anosmia, which is the loss of smell, and also hyposmia, which is the partial loss of smell. And there's also this thing called phantosmia, which is a strange smell that is not really there, but you smell it anyway. And I think I've experienced all three as time went by. So the first week, I think, for the first 5 days was anosmia. I could smell nothing, right? I tried my perfume bottle. I tried the garlic bottle I have. I tried anything you can think of. Vinegar. Kylo's poop doesn't bother me anymore. I cannot smell anything at all. And that was kind of freaky, right? But on day 5, I realized that I could smell orange, right? Because orange is one of those things that internet people say that you should try to smell. In fact, I think some people say you should burn it and then smell it. So I cut open the orange, and for the first time in 5 days, I could smell something. Finally, right? The very weak citrus scent of the orange. And yeah, after that, okay, I would say that my smell came back about maybe 2 to 5%, depending on what I'm smelling. Right? Some scents are 0%. I still can't smell vinegar. But garlic, right, goes anywhere between 2 to 5%. Things like my perfume bottle, right, started to have a bit of scent, 2 to 3%, I would say. Yeah, and there's one thing that's quite amazing. I would describe it as 20 to 30% scent, and that's the Vicks Vapor Rub, which, yeah, I guess Asian moms were right, right? This is the thing you use when your nose is screwed up. So this, I would say, is the hyposmia phase of it, and I'm still suffering from it because my sense of smell is really very weak. I have to bring it, bring things very close to my nostrils and then take, a whiff of it before I can get like maybe 5% at best. Yeah, so I've been sniffing coffee powder, been sniffing my Vicks Vapor Rub, garlic. Right, these are things that I am trying to train my sense of smell back, because apparently there's such a thing called olfactory training, which is you smell scents and try to train back your brain to smell again, right? Yeah, so I think I would say that there's some slight improvement, okay. But in the past week or so, I also noticed this, phantosmia, which is I keep smelling like something like rubber, slightly burnt rubber. Yeah. And again, Google is your best friend, and it could be anything from inflamed sinus to brain tumor. Yeah, so not off to a very good start so far. Now, of course, on day 8, right? Day 8 is about 1 week after I lost my sense of smell. Yeah, so as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by this guy. On day 8, I went to a ENT, eye, nose, throat doctor, I think. Yeah, and okay, so he basically did a nose scope, right? And he said, okay, it's inflamed, there's some pus, there's some mucus buildup, right? So he suctioned it out, and I was expecting that to be the end of it, right? I was expecting like, okay, once you clear all that gunk, right? Because there was this part where there was just this big pile of gunk that he sucked out, and I thought, okay, I'll be magically able to smell again, but it didn't actually improve, right? He put me on antibiotics, and yeah, the whole cost of it was $600, which I thought was pretty pricey. It was $135 for a consultation, $250 for the scope. There's another $100+ to make sure that the antibiotics work on the bacteria. Yeah, he took a culture swab to send to a test lab. And then, yeah, medication and all. So it came out to $600. It's been 10 days since I finished my antibiotics. And I think there's some improvement in my smell, but I would say that it is at best 10% for certain scents. and sometimes it goes down to low 1, 2 to even 0% still. So it's a bit worrying, okay, because I want to smell, I want my sense of smell back again. So there are a few interesting things that I've discovered while losing my sense of smell. I like to joke that I'm disabled, but to some extent that is true, right? So when I tell people that I've lost my sense of smell, I think people don't really realize that it is a disability. Of course, when you ask someone, right, what sense they would rather lose of all the different senses, I guess sense of smell will be the first you sacrifice, right? But guess what? Nobody wants to lose anything at all, right? It's like asking you, would you rather lose your little pinky or your entire hand? Of course, we'll say I'd rather lose my little pinky, but I'd rather not lose any limb or appendage at all. And that's what I feel about my sense of smell, because I can still taste perfectly fine, which is very strange because people say that, you know, your sense of taste is linked to your sense of smell or whatever, right? But I can taste perfectly fine. Thank goodness for that. But I just cannot smell properly. And when I tell people about it, I think they sort of don't take it as seriously as it is. Okay, it is not that serious, but it's very hard to find empathy. Okay lah, not that I need it lah, but I think it'll be nice for some of my friends to take it a bit more seriously, right? Like, uh, another thing I realized is how much sense of smell is part of our daily lives, even though we may not notice it that much, right? Even when I play video games, they talk about, oh, something stinks here. Then I realize, ah, shit, I cannot smell. Or when I watch a TV show and they say, oh, I smell a rat, and then I cannot smell. So it's something that I've taken for granted for the longest time, and now all I want is to smell again. And I guess you really don't cherish things until you lose it, because all I want to do is now to find out the scent of my soap. And it never bothered me at all what my soap smelled like, right? But now I cannot smell my soap, and I'm just very curious what my soap smells like. And it's just blank. I get 0% scent from my soap. And it can't be, right? That, I asked my friend, they said, yeah, there's a smell. And it smells like that. But you can't describe smells to me, so I really just want to know what my soap smells like. I will probably be going to a doctor again, right, to see, to rule out things that are more nefarious like brain tumor. But it should be this inflamed sinus, although it's gone by now, I would think. Yeah, so I guess this is just to document my journey. Okay, hopefully I get my sense of smell back soon. Otherwise, I'm really uh, quite disabled, because if there's a fire, I can't smell the smoke. Yeah, which is actually a plus point. It's like a silver lining that I can't smell smokers anymore, right? Because I used to be very annoyed by secondhand smoke, and now I can't smell it at all. I can't smell Kylo's poop, right? So those are some plus points, but aside from that, I can't smell my food that well. I can't smell anything, and I just want to be normal again. Well, anyway, if you are following this channel because you follow me from my personal finance channel, right? Welcome here, where I talk about nonsensical things. So feel free to unfollow if you are not into such things. And if you are following me somehow through this channel first, right? I run a personal finance channel where I talk about more serious things, more useful things. So yeah, go and subscribe over there. Yeah, I have no big plans for this channel. I'm just gonna use it as some kind of a vlog, right? Yeah, so to talk about my life, talk about things that I like movie reviews, those sort of things, and we see, how it evolves from here. Hopefully, this doesn't become a permanent disability channel where I just keep talking about my loss of smell, because I want I want it to come back. Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't have to just keep talking about my lack of smell. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next video, whenever that may be, right? If you want more content, yeah, my personal finance content is regularly updated. I update it every day. Yeah, so I'll see you there instead, and in the next video for this channel. I don't know when that is. Yeah, bye.